EPIC is all about extraordinary people in our community that lead, inspire, elevate, and mentor our future generations.
A traditional epic tale, there's usually a hero, exciting events or adventures. I think this year there have been so many things in play with COVID that it certainly has been what people would say an epic year.
What epic truly means to me is the ability for everybody to move with the changes that we've had here. That's the epic.
The world needs hope. Our region needs hope. There's no doubt that we will be back on track and better than ever.
Epic to me means extraordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Well, I think it's going to be the extraordinary people with extraordinary leadership skills that get us through this crisis.
Epic today means being a strong leader, having integrity, and cultivating hope. If we can have all of those things and follow those things, we will get through this trying time together.
And now, the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce team.
Epic is
extraordinary,
people,
inspiring, community.
We are here live
on the beautiful rooftop of the Wilkes University Science Center.
Welcome to the 2020 Epic Awards.
We'd like to welcome all of you to the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber Epic Awards. 2020 has been an unprecedented and challenging year. But through it all, we have seen our community rise up and our resiliency, collaboration, and strength shine more than ever. As you can see, with your safety and our social distancing protocols in mind, our venue is very different tonight. But we felt it was our obligation to find a fitting, impactful format to acknowledge and showcase some amazing individuals, businesses, and true heroes from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, who really rose to the challenges of our times. And while we are not all together in person, we are more united than ever in recognizing the epic people we honor together today. We would like to start by thanking all of you out there for taking the time to watch our program today, all the great watch parties that are going on, and especially thank our supporters, sponsors, chamber members, and boards. This epic event would not be possible without you. And so to start, let's hear a few words from our chamber chairman and presenting sponsor, Fidelity Bank.
Thank you, Lindsay. Fidelity Bank is dedicated to making our community stronger, and we are so excited to be the presenting sponsor of the 2020 Epic Awards, an event that honors individuals that dedicate their lives to serving the community that we call home. Fidelity is honored to be part of celebrating them tonight.
At Fidelity Bank, we believe in breakthrough banking.
My business is with Fidelity. When I need her, my banker comes to me. Or I just bank online.
We know our customers by name.
My business is global, but my bank is local.
We even guarantee a 3-day decision on business loans.
When we decided to expand the firm, our Fidelity banker was the first call we made.
No wonder Forbes magazine ranked Fidelity Bank best in state banks.
I bank with Fidelity, don't you?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Greg Cant. I have the great pleasure of serving as Wilkes University's president. This evening I'm joining you from the top of the QUINN Science Centre. We all know that at the moment with the raging pandemic and all the challenges that's brought both to higher ed and to the broader community in this country and around the world, there's never been a greater opportunity for people to demonstrate their power to be innovative and to encourage resilience in our communities. All of us benefit from a strong community. And the one thing we can be certain in a time of great uncertainty is that we will push through this challenge. Right at the moment, we're still working through all the things that go to make a community safe and to open up in a responsible way. But I'm sure all of us believe that the other side of this is a stronger community. You might have guessed that I'm new to this place. I certainly don't have an accent that indicates that I'm from northeast Pennsylvania. So as a new member of this community, on behalf of my family and I, we've found it very welcoming, and I'm committed, along with all of us at Wilkes, to continue to promote economic development and a chance for all of us to thrive. On behalf of the Wilkes community, congratulations to all the winners. We wish you all the best.
Thank you again to Fidelity Bank as our presenting sponsor, and to Wilkes University for having us tonight.
And thank you to our amazing sponsors who helped us make tonight truly epic. Let's take a moment to recognize who they are.
In a recent article published by the Harvard Business School entitled Innovation in a Time of Crisis, the author notes how innovators have been jumping in to respond to the coronavirus pandemic. You had beer makers and distilleries producing hand sanitizer, or a startup engineering company 3D printing ventilator valves. The author demonstrated how crisis breeds innovation by uniting around a purpose, seeing the system differently, unfreezing your organization, and creating a bias toward action. This mirrored the response in northeastern Pennsylvania. In April, we launched the Northeast PA Regional Site. The site was a collaborative effort with Discover NEPA and over 20 chambers of commerce, economic development agencies, downtown organizations, and tourism partners to develop an easily accessible digital resource guide that could be used by all members of the community to get us through and unite us during these most difficult times. In June, we launched Luzerne County Ready, a collaborative effort with Luzerne County and 8 other community and downtown organizations. The site featured an interactive platform to assist businesses of all sizes to engage in exercises and become educated on the proper steps to protect the health, safety, and well-being of their employees and customers, and making them Luzerne County ready. In July, we launched NEPA Works. NEPA Works is a 12-month pilot program that will enhance the connectivity of our current workforce system, address skills gaps, and get displaced workers back to work in northeastern PA. As the Harvard Business School article notes, crisis breeds innovation, and this was the case in northeastern Pennsylvania. But the best part? I think we're just getting started. As we continue to unite and battle the pandemic, the true nature and innovative spirit of the Wyoming Valley will continue to shine through. Our best days are ahead of us. I truly believe that.
One of the true shining lights during this time has been the innovation and collaboration that we've seen and have been able to be a part of.
This next award goes to an individual who has brought our region together in an innovative and truly impactful way. During the COVID-19 crisis, the team and I have had the first-hand privilege to work with her on an inventive, state-of-the-art, regional platform to provide mission-critical, up-to-the-minute resources, services, and information to navigate through the pandemic in any PA. Her leadership was inspiring to all of us who worked with her, and the end result was groundbreaking. To tell us more, let's hear from Dale Jones, Chancellor and Chief Academic Officer of Penn State Wilkes-Barre, to introduce our Innovator of the Year.
Good evening. On behalf of Penn State University, Pennsylvania's only land-grant university, and one of the nation's most highly ranked universities, I am thrilled to be with you. Penn State Wilkes-Barre is a major contributor to our regional economy, and our faculty and staff are gratified to be a part of the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber's Epic Awards ceremony and to present the Distinguished Innovator of the Year Award for 2020. Our first honoree is an individual who brings creativity and collaboration to everything she does, along with the mission to tell the story of our community and the places that make it unique. Penn State Wilkes-Barre is proud to present the 2020 Innovator of the Year Award to Mary Colasar. Let's learn more about Mary's impact.
Innovation is one part passion and one part science. It is reflective of Mary Colasar's character, one part a curious and creative qualitative spirit, one part the pragmatic, quantitative mind of an auditor and a mathematician. That combination has served our community well in the creation and implementation of Discover NEPA. And the true test came when the COVID crisis hit and we needed to create a regional central source platform to support service and inform our community in the middle of a pandemic. Her calm, focused leadership and community activism created a reimagined Discover NEPA platform that became the go-to source of the Wyoming Valley. And it is why Mary Colasar is so deserving of the 2020 Innovator of the Year Award.
During my 15-year career working in northeastern Pennsylvania, I always see, the true spirit, the hardworking nature of our community, heads down, focused, trying to get through. And I think one of our faults is not being able to tell that story, who we are, what we mean, what we want to be. And I think what I love the most about what Mary is doing at Discover NEPA is doing that. She's telling that story. she's shining that light on Northeastern Pennsylvania and showing the world who we are, what we believe in, what we stand for. And it's so innovative, it's so needed. It helps not only in terms of just uplifting the community and the spirit locally, it's attracting companies and letting people know that Northeastern Pennsylvania is a great place to live, work, and play.
So I think Mary and the team at Discover NEPA absolutely define the word epic. They've taken this special place that all of us call home, and they've been able to show the rest of the Commonwealth, and in certain cases, the country, why this is such a special place to live and to work and to play. And you know, I appreciate so much the work that they do to showcase our region.
Well, I first met Mary when she joined Miracle as the newest member of our Discover NEPA team. And she was described to me as a super talented person who could help us get this new regional initiative off the ground, kind of a best player available in the draft kind of a situation.
Surprisingly, I actually met Mary on a blind date in 1982. And I guess things have worked out pretty well for us.
My favorite memory with Mary really is the first time we met, because we met in her amazing office at Discover NEPA, where I think it probably feels like you're going on an adventure every day you go to work.
I've met Mary through my work as the county manager. We've been working on a bunch of different things, and I saw this website, Discover NEPA, and I saw all the good things that they are doing. And I sat down with Teddy Wampel, our tourism director, and I said, we got to get with these people, we have to sit down, and that's where I first met Mary, and I've been impressed ever since.
So I sat down and talked to Mary and some of her staff, talked about how we can work together, how we can help promote Wilkes-Barre and the county of concern.
Well, Mary was asked to do something that had never, ever been done before in northeastern Pennsylvania, which is to take all of the assets of our 10-county region and to package them in one's unified format. And she really did a terrific job doing that. I mean, it takes somebody with tremendous organizational skills and a lot of drive, frankly, to get something like that done. And you know, in the end, I think she's done with what a lot of the naysayers said couldn't be done.
Mary doesn't just stand behind the website. She's out in the community at nonprofit events and volunteering on committees, including Geisinger's Moving Mountains for Cancer. Mary is an exceptional partner in sharing Geisinger's goal of better health for all. She's collaborative, open to new topics and ideas, and is an advocate for the health and wellness of our NEPA communities.
When I think of Mary, I think of one word, and that's collaborator. Every single individual who's ever come in contact with her has an issue, has a problem, and she says, you know what, I think I can fix that. Let me see what I can do. Let me get you in touch with so-and-so. Let me put this over here. That's what it's about for Mary. It's that collaboration.
Mary is a connector. She gets things done. She goes above and beyond and helps to the best of her ability to be able to help with a final project or a goal.
And I think what Mary has done is she's taking all of the amenities, the thousands of amenities that make up northeastern Pennsylvania, and they've presented our area in such a way that people are now saying, wow, this NEPA is a really neat place. And that's, I think, an extraordinary achievement. But maybe even more importantly, she's been breaking down some very tall, long-standing regional walls and getting everyone to work together as one region. And I think in the end, that's probably going to be her biggest achievement.
So congratulations, Mary, and to your team at Discover NEPA. I could not think of a better person or a better team to receive the Innovator of the Year award. It's so well deserved. Thanks for everything you do for our community.
Mary, you're an awesome person, unique individual, a tremendous mother to our 2 children. You're my best friend and forever partner, and I love you for that. And congratulations on the award.
I'm Mary Colasar, and I'm very honored to receive the Innovator of the Year award. Well, my sincere thank you to WECO, Lindsay, Megan, Joe, and the entire board and staff of the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce for this award, for the opportunity to celebrate virtually with family and friends, and most importantly, for the work that you do every day to support businesses and organizations grow and succeed in northeastern Pennsylvania. I would also like to congratulate both Ruth and Lissa on the well-deserved recognition they are receiving this evening, and say that I am honored for the opportunity to celebrate with you. The Innovator of the Year award definitely deserves to go to the entire Discover NEPA team, as well as Miracle Commercial Real Estate Services, the organization that supports this initiative. I am fortunate to work with an incredibly talented group of individuals, and it is through their hard work, creativity, and dedication that we are able to capture and share the beauty of this region that we are all so fortunate to call home. Our creative team captures northeastern Pennsylvania through the camera lens. Our writing team brings the stories of our amenities and events to life. And our content creator, social media manager, and partnership director seek out stories on a daily basis that we can share with our followers. Our creative director ensures that all of this comes together and to the level of expectation that we have set upon ourselves. And I consider myself so lucky and blessed to work with this group of individuals on a daily basis. I have the easy part. I get to go out and meet with great businesses, organizations, nonprofits, our government management, our county management, K through 12 schools, colleges and universities, healthcare systems, as well as business and professional economic development organizations, our Main Street organization, the Visitors Bureau, and of course the Chamber. And we get to identify ways to better promote northeastern Pennsylvania as a great place to live, learn, work, and play. The past few months have certainly turned most business models upside down, and we have all been impacted very personally and professionally by this pandemic. And unfortunately, it looks like we probably have a fairly long road ahead of us before we return to normal, or maybe we simply learn to accept our new normal. And although we don't really know how this story is going to end, we do know that we are all living through a very significant historic event at this time. But out of this crisis, a silver lining has emerged, and that is the regional collaboration that has developed and is strengthening. For me personally, I am honored to be a part of that effort, and I'm even more honored that Discover NEPA can be viewed as a platform to serve northeastern Pennsylvania in this capacity. Together, we can accomplish so much more than any single organization could individually. On closing, I would once again like to thank the Chamber for this honor. I am grateful for the support you provide to Discover NEPA and the doors you have opened for us within the greater Wilkes-Barre area. To Rob Miracle for having the confidence, or maybe it's the courage, of putting an accountant turned educator in charge of a regional marketing effort. And of course to the entire Discover NEPA team, that again, you inspire me on a daily basis. On a most personal note, I couldn't do what I do without the love and support of my family. To my husband of more than 30 years, David, your work ethic and constant thirst for knowledge inspires me on a daily basis. Thank you for being such a great partner and for understanding the crazy schedule that I sometimes maintain. To our two sons, Alex and Jake, I couldn't be prouder of the men you have become. Both are mechanical engineering graduates of Penn State University. Alex is a lead engineer for Manson Construction in Long Beach, California, and Jake is a systems engineer for Lockheed Martin in Morristown, New Jersey. Your father and I wish you great success in your careers and hope you get as much personal satisfaction and reward out of your careers as we have out of ours. I wish you both could be here with us to celebrate, but David, Alex, and Jake, love you much. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Anthony Belt, Ambassador of the Greater Wilkes-Barre of Commerce, and we hope you enjoy tonight's 2020 Epic Awards, celebrating extraordinary people inspiring community during extraordinary times, presented by Fidelity Bank. Tonight, we'll be broadcasting live from some of our area's favorite venues, which meets honorees. First up, tonight's 2020 Innovator of the Year, Mary Colasar, the Executive Director of Discover NEPA, a 10-county market initiative that promotes why Northeast Pennsylvania is a great place to work, learn, live, and play. Mary, congratulations.
Anthony, and thank you for having me this evening. It's an honor to be here, my friends and family,
gone through the celebration, but guest for me to fit into it, and it's the closest and honor.
Absolutely. Discover NEPA has been doing a great job the past few years promoting the lifestyle. Life's a great place to stay, life's a great place to move to. But during these extraordinary times, Mary, you and I Discover NEPA use that platform for the greater good. Can you talk a little about your regional initiative, partnering with local chapters?
Sure, and the especially Megan Flanagan have been a great partner in this. We came up with an idea of putting together information that not only businesses need, but our consumers in the area, and found Discover platform as a great avenue to share that information, but extended beyond just the greater Wilkes-Barre. I believe we have different chambers working with organizations, and we're able to share the message and get that information in their hands as it became available.
Absolutely. Mary, thank you so very much for the initiative, talking our community today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely. So I just want to share with everyone that our first stop tonight is Rodano's in downtown Wilkes-Barre. So we want to thank them for this wonderful platform to host our award winners, and make sure to take advantage of their takeout special tonight with their 2 large pies. Up next, we have the Innovator Award sponsor from Penn State Wilkes-Barre, Dr. Dan Jones. Dr. Jones, if you would.
Good evening. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be down here in beautiful downtown Wilkes-Barre tonight. And I'm sorry many of the members of the audience are not here with us. It's great to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying Mary Colasar winning the Innovator of the Year Award for 2020.
Absolutely. And now, Dr. Jones, representing Penn State tonight as the award sponsor, I know that we talked about the importance of creativity and collaboration, and how North Pennsylvania is not a great place to work, but to learn. Can you talk about the importance of our educational institutions being innovative and providing the tools for us to really have a greater impact?
Well, let me precede my comment by saying that Penn State Wilkes-Barre is extremely proud to be the sponsor of the Innovator of the Year Award. The faculty and staff and students at Penn State Wilkes-Barre are a part of this community, and we want to continuously promote the important innovation in the Wyoming Valley. And yes, it is important. Northeastern Pennsylvania is a great place to live. Innovation is important to our economic progress. Mary Colasar exemplifies many of those qualities that we want and we have in our leaders in the community.
Wonderfully said. Thank you, Dr. Jones. And now we return to our live broadcast sponsored by Fidelity Bank, and the technology that's bringing you live spots from our favorite venues, courtesy of Discover NEPA. Stay tuned to see where we'll be next.
Along with the innovation we have seen, the spirit of volunteerism and lending a hand has been something our community has always excelled at. And during this time, we have seen that even more.
This next award goes to an amazing individual who has truly set the bar for what it means to selflessly step up for others, our local nonprofits, and our community. I have had the pleasure to serve on a number of boards with our Volunteer of the Year, and she has become a true friend and mentor to me. Her impact on Northeastern PA is one that is immeasurable. To tell us more, let's hear from Barbara McCullough, PA President of Community Bank, NA.
This year, we are honoring an individual who has truly lifted up our community during this challenging time in her role as the Vice President of Administration at Geisinger Bloomsburg Hospital and Woodbine campuses, as well as all of her community volunteer work, which has only increased during this time of need. Community Bank NA is so proud to present the 2020 Volunteer of the Year Award to Lissa Bryan Smith.
Great leaders set out to make a difference, empower those around them, and not create followers, but create a legacy of more leaders. In her volunteer work, Lissa always serves as a mentor to her peers and as a role model to young professionals. As a consummate healthcare professional, community volunteer, and as an inclusive leader, always giving to the people of her community, Lissa Bryan Smith is our 2020 Volunteer of the Year.
I first met Lissa when she just came to our area and she participated in our executive leadership program. She was an enthusiastic member of the program and she embraced our community, learning about it, and she also embraced the people that she met. So she didn't hesitate to jump right into our community. Her beautiful smile, unique laugh, and her enthusiasm are contagious. And she inspires others to do more and become more. And that is the example of a leader that she sets.
Being a servant leader is Lissa's passion. I was honored this award in 2018, and that's because of Lissa. Her dedication to the community and her dedication to nonprofits and small businesses is truly just unbelievable.
I think Lissa brings with her a sense of energy coupled with commitment to everything she's involved in. She's extraordinarily organized, extraordinarily dedicated, she's energetic, and she's generous, not only with her time, but with her talents, her treasures, and more.
One thing is common among all high achievers is they achieve, personally and professionally. They accomplish great things. However, knowing Lissa, this award will mean more to her than any of those other achievements, because this award is about giving back to the community that she loves so dearly.
Lissa Bryan Smith is a superhero of volunteers. I am sure, without a doubt, if Lissa had a tiara and a cape, she could save the world.
You know, when I think about how involved Lissa gets in the organizations she supports, it reminds me of her commitment to Wilkes University, which was not only contributing sponsorship or scholarship dollars to a student who needed it, but then getting really involved in that student's life, serving as a mentor, and then making sure they had clothes for interviews and things like that. That's an example of how I think Lissa gets involved.
There's no question that Lissa Bryan Smith really defines what it means to be extraordinary and inspiring. Lissa was a former chairperson of the United Way of Wyoming Valley's annual campaign and was on the board of directors when I first became CEO in 2012. She had and still has a real passion for our work, especially supporting individuals with HIV. Lissa is truly a servant leader. When you are meeting with her, she is there to help and to serve. She's got a big, beautiful smile, an infectious laugh, and a huge heart. She really does have a wonderful presence about her, and that is truly a gift to all the organizations in which she's involved. The United Way is fortunate to be among them.
In addition to being a caring and compassionate administrator at Geisinger Hospital, where her co-workers have always stated, anyone that comes in contact with Lissa, they're a better person because of it. She brings the same passion, compassion, and energy to the various community events, volunteering as often as she does, and always having a positive impact on that community event or association, in addition to everyone she comes in contact with.
Her biggest accomplishment cannot be confined to a single thing. It's really her entire body of work. Lissa was a nurse at the beginning of her career. So at the very onset, she was all about helping people. And while she may have moved to administration, she has never lost sight of that piece of her that just wants to help people. And so whether it is in her daily work, whether it is in her community service, whether it is in her support of local businesses, Lissa always leads from that point in your soul where you just want to make people better.
Lissa, no one is more deserving than you, and I personally thank you for being my inspiration to always do the right thing. I'm very proud to call you my friend, as you are sincerely one of the best people I have ever known. Congratulations, Lissa.
Her enthusiasm can be contagious. I think that Lissa really sees the goodness in humanity, and she's such a generous individual on every level, and that I think that her generosity is often a catalyst for others to give. She's truly a magnanimous, wonderful person.
When I arrived at GWV, Lissa made sure I was acclimated to Wilkes-Barre, and she showed me why this community was so special. She wanted me to see the passion, engagement, and love you all have for each other and for your town. Because of her, I can proudly say, even though I wasn't born or raised in Wilkes-Barre, I got here as fast as I could, and I can think of nowhere else I'd rather be.
Lissa is a mentor, encourager, wise counselor, and trusted friend. If Lissa is by your side, you can accomplish anything. Congratulations, Lissa. No one is more deserving of this award than you.
She's about as great of an advocate and messenger that anyone could ever ask for touting the benefits and advantages of Wilkes-Barre and the greater Wyoming Valley area. Congratulations again, Lissa. This is an award well-deserved and well-earned.
I think I could sum up Lisa's community involvement in 8 words. She gets things done and makes things better. Thanks, Lissa.
What an incredible honor to be named Volunteer of the Year. There are so many outstanding volunteers in this city and valley that I'm humbled with this award. I'm going to try and thank as many people as I can for this honor, but please forgive me if I miss someone. First, I want to thank the Chamber, Wico and Lindsay, and all the Chamber team for their creative determination to make the Epic Awards happen this year. In these very different and challenging times, our community needs more opportunities to remember and celebrate all that makes this valley special. I also want to thank Cole Creative for taking a virtual vision and making it a reality. We are so blessed to have your talent in our community. And of course, Community Bank for sponsoring this award. Community Bank lives up to the community in their name every day, and that's never been more evident than during COVID and the challenges that COVID had for their customers. Thanks, Community Bank. I'm not sure how I can ever thank Barb McCullough and Ali Zarowski. They nominated me for this honor. It was a wonderful, wonderful surprise. I was totally gobsmacked when Lindsay announced the award. But it means even more to be nominated by Barb and Ali because they themselves are such outstanding volunteers. They really get it. I want to thank my employer, the Geisinger Health System, because they also get what it means to give back to their communities where their patients and their employees live and work. And I've never been more proud to work for Geisinger than I have been during COVID. And finally, I want to thank my husband, Dick Smith. He's the inspiration for the support for many of the organizations that we support as servant leaders. He also supports the time that I spend volunteering, and he tolerates the constant flow of future auction items that arrive on our porch. It's so easy to volunteer in the Wyoming Valley. I get to hang out and have fun with other amazing community members that share my passion for giving back to the community. These people will be my friends for life. I had no idea in 2005 when we moved here that I would fall in love with this valley and the gifted people that live and work in this community. From the day that Dick and I arrived in Wilkes-Barre, we have found it to be the most generous, caring, and giving community. The Wyoming Valley is a gem, a true gem. People need to volunteer, get involved, and give back. You will never regret it for one very single moment. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Anthony Melf, Ambassador with the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce. We join you from Westmoreland Hub. Now, some remarks from Geisinger's Ron Deere, the sponsor of tonight's community collaborators and community heroes. Ron, how are you tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Today is all about celebrating extraordinary times, and certainly our community heroes and our community collaborators have really stepped up so that Northeastern Pennsylvania could see its way through this pandemic. What have you noticed and what stood out to you from our community during these past few months?
If we were truly going to celebrate our community collaborators and our heroes, we would need more than one night. We would need the next 6 months. Over this pandemic, we have seen an incredible outpouring of support. Everything from our frontline leaders, EMS, fires, support. We've seen factories that have retooled literally overnight in order to produce PPE, hand sanitizer, things of that nature. And it's not ending. We have, what we're getting ready to go into, our kids are getting ready to go back to school. Our teachers are the next front line. And one of the things, if I could ask everybody to do one thing, reach out to an educator, reach out to a parent and give them your support, because that's the next wave. That's the next front line. And they're truly our heroes, and they're really going to need our support going into the fall.
So very well said. Thank you so much. You're from God here tonight, sponsor of our community collaboration and community heroes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the opportunity to speak with tonight's 2020 Volunteer of the Year, Lissa Bryan-Smith, Vice President of Administration in Geisinger Central Region. Welcome, Lissa. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. And I'm a healthcare worker. I'll just hold this between us.
We appreciate your honesty and really promoting the public's health. Tonight, we recognize many volunteer efforts. Now, I also want to point out that you are a double EPIC Award winner. You are a former ATHENA Award winner, and we very much applaud all of your efforts these past years. Now, speaking of volunteering, you currently chair the board for Leadership Wilkes-Barre, and you're also on the board for the High Research Board at Wilkes-Barre University. Can you talk about the importance of really making Wilkes-Barre your home? I know you're a self-employed vegan pioneer.
Yeah, so that's probably the most fun that we have. We got to move downtown and live in the city, and we get to restore old homes. We're on our second one because we weren't downsizing, so we had to upsize. And that living in the community where you volunteer is so special. It's so great. So that, I think, is the best thing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So congratulations on your awards. And enjoy the rest of tonight's presentation.
Thanks for interviewing us.
Absolutely.
Right,
it's my pleasure. And last but certainly not least, tonight's Volunteer of the Year award sponsor from Community Bank NA, Barbara McCullough. How are you, Barbara?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And if I may say, I can't think of a more fitting sponsor of tonight's Volunteer of the Year award than Community Bank NA. Whether it's yourself or one of your colleagues, you really do with the community and Community Bank.
That's what's most important to me, because I love volunteering myself, and I especially love volunteering with Lissa. And my comments about her, and I think some of them were cut off because so many people have things to say about her, but I truly mean it when I say she is the most genuine person you will ever meet, and she does what she does from her whole heart, whether she is bringing in her own items for auctions. She's the queen of auctions, and we all know it, and we all want her on our team, and she never ever says no. She's truly the most genuine volunteer you ever meet, and I met her that people on the earth. She really is, and she's actually a at Community Bank, and that is just another added pleasure to know her and is to love her. But she is the epitome. She has never ever says no when I ask her for help. So what for volunteer year could you have? She's as good as it gets.
As good as it gets. Thank you so much, Barbara McCullough from Community Bank NA. We now turn back to our broadcast presentation presented by Fidelity Bank, and of course our live spots from some of our favorite venues courtesy of Discover NEPA. We'll see you later.
Athena Leadership Award was inspired by the goddess of Greek mythology, known for her strength, courage, wisdom, and enlightenment.
Our 2020 Athena Award recipient embodies all of these qualities and so much more. Add in being an outstanding female business owner, entrepreneur, community advocate, and mentor. She is aspirational and so deserving of this highest achievement. To tell us more, let's hear from Liz Graham, COO of RUTH'S Asset Management Company.
On behalf of the team at RUTH'S Asset Management, we are thrilled to once again sponsor the 2020 Athena International Award. Each year, the Chamber of Commerce recognizes a woman of distinction who has served her community in a huge way, and this year is no different. We are thrilled as always to support our community and to encourage leadership wherever it may exist. And so on behalf of the entire team at RUTH'S Asset Management, I want to congratulate Ruth Corcoran, our 2020 Athena Award recipient.
The Athena Award honors a leader that has demonstrated a strong track record of leadership, business acumen, and community activism. In so doing, the Athena Award inspires women in our community to achieve their fullest leadership and business potential, ultimately creating more strong women and men to be leaders in the community. That definition embodies Ruth Corcoran, and it is why she is the 2020 Athena honoree.
If you asked Ruth, her biggest accomplishment would be her children. Her kids are accomplished, they're thoughtful, they give back to the community, but from my perspective, her greatest accomplishment is the legacy of community service and building business that she has done in northeastern Pennsylvania.
What most impresses me about Ruth Corcoran is her passion and her determination. Those are two things that you really need if you're going to go into business. And she has been someone that young women look up to, both at her restaurant and in the communications field. You have to have passion and determination to open two businesses on your own with very little assistance, and Ruth Corcoran has been able to do those things, and she succeeded at them and made them amazing.
I first got to know Ruth from, of course, a volunteer event. We were kindred spirits from the beginning, and we continue to be.
Anyone who's looking for a great role model, whether it be business or stewardship or volunteerism, Ruth Corcoran is the gal.
I met Ruth in the early 90s when both of us were working for PNC Bank. At the time, Ruth was an administrative assistant in the commercial loan department, had another part-time job, and was making gift baskets on the side. Not to mention the most important job of all, as a single mom, was raising two small children. What makes me most proud of, and why Ruth is the ultimate recipient of the Athena Award, is how far she's come from that time when she was working 3 jobs and being the incredible mother that she still is today. Ruth, there were cheers in the room to hear your name because you are the ultimate Athena Award winner, and as your friend, former work colleague, and co-volunteer, I could not be more proud of you. Congratulations.
Ruth is her personality, her enthusiasm, her dedication, her commitment. It's contagious. Ruth wants you to make a difference in the world, and because she's so excited about it, you become excited. It's truly infectious. She empowers you to really understand, and one of the big things she's done for me is that you don't have to be great at just one thing. You don't have to decide between having your career and being successful, or making a difference in the community, or just being an awesome mom, or having a social life. You can do it all and more. And I just really think that set a huge pathway for women to kind of look towards and grow from, and to understand that it's okay to do it all and not to have to make those choices.
The thing I can say about Ruth is that her ability to adapt and grow, and her encouraging others to use their ability to adapt and grow. And I think that's remarkable, because when we stay the same, we can't contribute anymore in a way. But when we continue to grow and evolve, like Ruth has, she becomes an inspiration, frankly, for the folks around her. And I think that the community's really lucky to have her in the community, and to have her be such a supporter of causes and events and people.
I think Ruth has always been a person you could reach out to, whether she was your best friend or an acquaintance or a colleague. If you needed advice, Ruth would take time out of her day to help. She's always been a champion of other women and their dreams. So thank you, Ruth, for inspiring me and inspiring many more like me all throughout the community. And I'm so proud that you are the next Athena Award winner.
Well, I feel that Ruth shows women how you can be a successful businesswoman, you can be a strong community leader, you can be an amazing mom and a great wife and still do all of the things that need to be done. Ruth has enhanced women's leadership because she cultivates hope. And young women watch Ruth and they see all that she has accomplished and they have the hope that they will be able to do that as well.
What Ruth always displays is positive vibes and making sure that everybody feels comfortable in the circle that they are currently in. And when working for a nonprofit or representing her business, it's always putting that cause first. So when I think of Ruth, I think of hoping one day that I can attain what she has attained for the community. She's a role model to me, and if she's not a role model to other young women in the community, then they must not have met her yet.
I was asked to share a favorite memory with Ruth. One memory does come forward, is back in 2011 when Tropical Storm Lee hit our community. Ruth owned Cork Bar and Restaurant at the time. What you don't know is she faithfully fed the community through several organizations on a weekly basis. So many people did not have food, electricity, shelter, clothes, and lost so much, and each week Ruth was there dropping off food for hundreds without being asked. I know this because I was one of those people. She helps the community in a very stealth-like manner. She flies in under the radar, but leaves such a positive impact and touches so many lives. I cannot be more honored to call her my friend. Congratulations, Ruth.
She does a lot of volunteerism through a lot of nonprofits and tries to involve a lot of younger women and has always been an advocate for women being successful. How she has been able to balance everything in her life between the volunteerism and the restaurant and the CORCORAN communications, I really don't know how she's done it all, but she has a lot of drive, a lot of stick-to-itness, and just doesn't take no for an answer and just keeps going and going. And she was able to balance everything for a long period of time and still does.
I think my mom's biggest accomplishment is the way that she raised myself and my sister. She instilled in us a strong set of values to always be compassionate, to always treat people the way that you want to be treated, and to genuinely care and to show people that you do in your everyday actions and interactions with the people that you care about.
I'm deeply honored to be recognized with the Athena Award tonight. I'd like to thank the Greater Wilkes-Barre Chamber, Liz Graham, and Riggs Asset Management for sponsoring this award. I'm so proud to call Liz a friend. I'd also like to thank Lissa Bryan-Smith for nominating me. Lissa truly earned her Volunteer of the Year status, and we've worked together on countless fundraising committees. Congratulations to Mary Colasar on her award as well. It's such an honor to be named among the list of amazing past Athena recipients, several of whom are mentors and whom I so greatly admire. I want to thank my family and friends who are here with me for always standing by my side to encourage and support me. I want to thank my dad, whose hard work inspired my drive and my work ethic, and my son Greg, who works with me and motivates me to step out of my comfort zone and aim higher every day. Special thanks to my husband Bill, who has always believed in me in everything I do. No matter how crazy of an idea I have, he listens and is always behind me. He celebrates my victories, he picks me up when I fall, and he's been my rock on my journey. And this includes my 10-year venture into the restaurant business. It's just so appropriate that I get to celebrate this award at Cork. I only wish my daughter Katie, who was a great help with the restaurant and now lives in California, could be here with me. I'd also like to thank all of the other local small businesses that work so hard every day championing our area. I'm in awe of the strength and determination of our small business community. Today, we celebrate and empower each other. I encourage everyone listening to do what you can to support our local small businesses. They are all so vital to the community and need us now more than ever in these uncertain times. It's not hard to be as passionate about our region as I am. I feel truly blessed that this community welcomed me with open arms when I moved here from the Lehigh Valley in 1986. I'm proud to call NEPA home, and I'm so thankful to be able to help support so many local nonprofit organizations. It's a true privilege to work side by side with other local volunteers and pack food boxes for CEO, to work on the CYC and Osterhout library auctions, and to lead the WVCA Do It for the Kids Walk. It was a blessing to have been involved with the SPCA fundraising efforts, and through that experience learned the absolute joy of rescuing 3 beautiful but crazy dogs. I sincerely believe we should all do what we can in the time we have on this earth. We should all strive to be the encouragement that others need to thrive or to change, and to make a real impact on the lives and the community around us. My life has certainly not been without challenges. We've all been faced with adversity. We just need the strength, resilience, and support to overcome those obstacles. And I've been lucky enough to have that support from those around me. I'm so blessed to have a career in marketing that provides me with different adventure every day, and for my CORCORAN communications team and clients who are a joy to work with. I'm blessed to have terrific children, Katie, Greg, Bill Jr., and Kristen, who continue to inspire me with their tenacity and fearlessness. Finally, I'd like to dedicate this award to my mom. She passed away of Parkinson's disease 3 years ago, and I miss her each and every day. I know she would be so proud of me today, and I really hope she's watching. I shall forever remain grateful for this honor.
Geisinger is proud to sponsor the next 2 videos, recognizing those in our community who were the true heroes for each of us during this time. From the frontline workers who kept us safe, to the community partners that provided resources to keep our business open and our region moving forward. Thank you to each and every person who has made a difference during this time.
Collaboration was seen in so many ways to support our businesses and our entire community during these difficult times. The Chamber has worked with so many of these partners, and we are grateful to each of them. Let's take a look at this true spirit of collaboration.
So I put together a program that I'm calling the Shirt Off Our Backs movement when everything got shut down, and I was just trying to think of how I can use my skills and my shop to bring good to the area. And I kind of like the idea of it showcasing small business in general. And I'm hoping that people will try new restaurants, go to a new gym, support local business now that they know that these people are in your area and they also need the help.
I cannot let this opportunity pass, though, without personally thanking the leadership of Luzerne County, specifically Dave Pedri and Tim McGinley. We had an outpouring of support from day one, and we appreciate the donations. It made us feel special, enhanced our ability to care for the community.
We at Visit Luzerne County are really happy to be part of this Luzerne County Ready program. So with businesses taking this opportunity to educate themselves and their employees, and then displaying the pledge sign, it signals that they are being proactive in preventing the spread of COVID-19.
And I also wanted to recognize Discover NEPA because I love the site and I love how they really put it out there for the little small and unknown things that probably I wouldn't even know existed.
I work with the Institute for Public Policy and Economic Development. We're still really active, especially in research we're calling the Institute's Insights on COVID-19, trying to quantify some of the impacts that COVID-19 is having on our communities and coming up with some steps that can be taken to help some of the people that are struggling at this time.
Good morning, everybody. Donna Crusoe, 11th Element Relaxation Spa in Edwardsville. We're implementing kind of welcome back stimulus pricing through the end of July. We're going to honor that price for as long as they keep it up.
I'm president of DX Dempsey, which is an architecture, interiors, and environmental graphic design firm. So what we did during this time was we put together this returning to a healthy workplace checklist as a way to help people return to the workplace with less anxiety and more peace of mind.
I think the reason I'm sitting here in City Hall in Scranton is because I have this optimism. I've seen the growth and I believe that we can really keep that growth happening. We have to do it as a region. We have to cooperate. We have to help each other.
The city of Wilkes-Barre is a community, and we're here to help everybody. I don't care if it's a hospital, if it's a school, if it's a merchant, whatever. We're here to help.
I'd like to thank the two mayors and their staffs in their cities for all that they're doing for our region.
And then, of course, Will Beekman and our friends at the arena have done so much for our community, everything from being a testing site to being the important resource that they are.
Grateful Roast, I think, was donating and took a bunch of coffee to the hospital. So I applaud them and all of the restaurants that are just like us. They're hurting because their customer base is not there right now, but they're still finding a way to give.
From the United Way's perspective, we know of many nonprofits who are working long and hard to serve their clients. We believe CEO, the Commission on Economic Opportunity, did a phenomenal job in mobilizing volunteers and addressing the issues of food insecurity for the entire region. And the extra work done by Family Service Association's 211 program to provide critical information and referrals to those seeking assistance was outstanding. We'd also like to thank parents of young and school-aged children who needed to scramble and work so hard to help their children continue their learning when the school year abruptly came to an end. So to all those who helped others, we salute you and we thank you.
I am so proud to be a part of this local family-owned company which supports our community in everything they do. During this pandemic, Met's Culinary Management jumped into action. When the Senior Center's Area Agency on Aging could not serve meals at their locations, Met's Culinary Center was able to provide them with fresh, frozen, and shelf-stable meals so they could still provide for their clients, which included Head Start, CEO, senior citizen centers in 6 surrounding counties. Over 20,000 meals a week were being prepared and delivered by our Met's chefs and team members from Misericordia, Chick-fil-A, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Lackawanna College, Navient, Wyoming Seminary, and the Met's Kingston Culinary Center. The Met's team also provided 3 meals per day every day for each of 3 different COVID testing sites at this time. When we ran out of space in our Kingston Center, Misericordia University allowed us to open our kitchen there, splitting the team and shifts to be able to meet the needs of our community.
Thank you to all of our community collaborators who have used their resources and services to support our community during this time. Here's to a bright future of collaborative creativity as we all move forward together.
Thank you to all of our community collaborators. Your actions and partnerships during this time are outstanding. Speaking of outstanding, I have the honor of introducing a video of our frontline workers, the true heroes of our community. They have been the ones to keep us healthy, safe, and prepared, and put others before themselves each and every day.
Thank you to our first responders.
Thank you to our healthcare workers.
Thank you to our service workers.
Three, two, one.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan Hertel with Social Loca, and I want to nominate Clancy Harrison as a community hero in the 2020 Epic Awards. Seriously, Clancy has been out there on the front lines, and she is so deserving of this recognition. She's been out there at food banks, driving trucks, delivering food, picking up food, organizing teams just to distribute these food and resources to families in need in northeastern Pennsylvania, and she's been doing it since the very start of this pandemic.
My shout out is to Geisinger for ensuring that we're able to provide a little something to as many people as possible while getting out and developing hopefully some healthy habits at the same time.
I'm with Miller Keystone Blood Center. Last Friday, we did our first drive out in the community. We meet all the CDC guidelines and everything to be compliant with social distancing, crowd control, everything.
My first shout out is going to go to the Al Beach Westside Food Pantry in Kingston, and they feed thousands of people each week right here in Luzerne County, and they're just doing a phenomenal job.
I want to reach out to and say thanks are really all the bankers in the area. I know that you guys had a couple hard months with the PPP loans, and so I just want to say thank you so much for all your hard work, and I know that the forgiveness section is coming. So just wanted to say thank you for everything that you have done to kind of keep our businesses going.
The moms and dads taking care of the kids through all this, I think they need some kudos as well.
Just a quick shout out for all the nonprofits in the area that really were serving as many people as they could in many different ways, that they had to learn a new way to do business. And I think a lot of them did extremely well. So a nice shout out to all of them.
And as far as giving shout outs to some local organizations, I want to praise CEO and Al Beach Food Pantry for all their hard work. They have gone above and beyond to make sure our community members are not going to bed hungry, and I just cannot thank them enough.
Our Chamber is so proud of our community's heroes and community partners that truly made a difference during these unprecedented times. From our frontline workers who served and supported the well-being and safety of our community, to the community partners that ensured our vital regional infrastructure, economy, and businesses stayed the course and kept NEPA moving forward. Thank you. Our community and Chamber is so grateful to the collaborative spirit of so many of our business and community partners, and we are humbled by the true heroes that continue to serve the community in the front lines. Before I introduce our last video, I would like to take a moment to thank again our supporters, sponsors, members, and directors for their support of our Chamber and of EPIC. I would be remiss if I didn't do a quick thank you to our Chamber team, Joe, Matt, Ben, Megan, Ahmad, Shawnee, Michaela, Tim, and Wiko for their tireless support of the Chamber. Thank you for doing what you do in support of the community and in recognition of the extraordinary people that elevate our community. And so now, let me introduce Wiko van Genderen, President and Chief Executive Officer, for his closing remarks of our 2020 EPIC event.
EPIC
is all about extraordinary people in our community that lead by example, elevate those around them, and mentor our future generations. EPIC promotes the hallmarks of our community and empowers its people to be there in moments of opportunity and in what we've just seen with the pandemic, moments of crisis, to draw upon the best characteristics of our community and its people. President John F. Kennedy once said, "The ancient Chinese symbol for the word crisis is made up of two characters. One character represents danger. The other character represents opportunity and action." Today, we honor our community heroes who jumped in front of the danger and took action during this ongoing COVID crisis. We also honor those leaders that have made a lifetime commitment to our area and through it made a lasting impact on the very fabric of our community. EPIC is all about people, and it recognizes leaders that lead, inspire, elevate, and mentor our future leaders, promoting the idea of community and giving back and empowering people to do the right thing. Albert Einstein once said, "Logic will take you from point A to point B, but imagination has no boundaries." Our Innovator of the Year, Mary Colasar, took the logic of Discover NEPA and reimagined it as a community resource during the pandemic. Helen Keller once said, "It is a blessing to be born with sight, but it takes leaders to turn sight into vision." Lissa Bryan Smith, our Volunteer of the Year, has combined the foresight with vision in mentoring leaders and in giving back to the community. Ruth Corcoran, our Athena winner, embodies a quote by Aristotle that we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence by its very nature is not an act, but a habit. Ruth embodies Athena in that habit of leadership, business acumen, mentorship, and the innate knowledge to give back to the community and in leading from the front lines. EPIC, in these moments of crisis, truly represent the character of our community. And it is in these dark times of the pandemic our community heroes serve in the front lines, in our schools, in our businesses, and throughout our community, and shine as a beacon that we will get through this and it will make us stronger together. Thank you to the EPIC people in the Wyoming Valley for inspiring us to be better no matter what challenges that future holds.
So what is EPIC?
EPIC is Mary Colasar.
EPIC is Lissa Bryan Smith.
EPIC is Ruth Corcoran.
EPIC is our innovative community and our future.
EPIC is our frontline workers and our heroes.
EPIC is our community partners and collaborators.
EPIC is all of you.